Fucking anymore. Here we go.
What's going on, machine heads? It's the Machine Room Podcast, hosted by Naztradamix and HammerOfVenus. Go ahead and take a seat.
Get ready for my sweetness. Ooh.
That's right, everybody. We're here. It's the Machine Room Podcast. Round of applause, everybody. Round of applause. Thank you. Shut up. All right. The good part about this is that for those of you listening to us only on podcast services, and I'm just gonna say Spotify because that's where I do it, and that's where I say everybody else should do it. But
Me too.
you get to hear like the perfect freaking introduction. I totally fucked it up the first time. So, if you had to have been there, I'm just saying, you had to have been there.
You got to be here for the live show.
You got to be here for the live show. But big ups to the narrator for constantly introducing us every show. He is a treat. And I'm hoping that he has a great Christmas.
Me too. Really fast says Oopstradamus.
Oopstradamus. It's just I'm just gonna have different T-shirts. Just saying all that. Oopstradamus, Philstradamus, Winstradamus.
What was that old? Oh, Shirt Tales. Do you remember that show?
Shirt tails
I think that's what it was called.
or short
Or
tails?
I thought it was shirt, like Shirt Tales, and it was like
No.
these anamorphic animals that wore T-shirts, and each T-shirt did something.
No. Not at all. When was this a thing?
Back in the day, like 80s, early 90s.
What? I looked this up. Never seen or heard of this before in my life. And were
Wow.
they going against the mailman here or something? There's a raccoon, a fox, a panda. Yeah, no. Were they trying to be like the? They're going against the mailman. Why is the mailman the bad guy? What's going on?
I don't remember.
Okay, that's very interesting. Very interesting. What was that? Very interesting. But no, I never seen that. I've seen like the what would they be? What am I trying to say? They were trying to be, not the Cabbage Patch Kid. The other ones.
Care
The Care Bears. Yes, the Care Bears.
Yeah,
they're trying to
it
be
was
like
a
the
total
Care Bears.
Bears ripoff, but it's
And
actually better because Care Bears did that whole thing like season 3 or 4 where they were like making fun of Star Trek, and
What?
they just kept doing it.
What? How are they making fun of Star Trek?
They did like 1 or 2 seasons of them acting out like with the fake ship and all that stuff. That they were now, maybe it was a dream or something, but they were the cast of Star Trek and they did Star Trek stuff for like 1 or 2 seasons.
A whole season or like an episode?
Like seasons. Like they
I
ran
don't.
that thing into the ground.
I don't remember Star Trek Care Bears.
You gotta Google it.
Star Care or whatever. Track Bears. I don't remember that at all. I remember like the Muppet Babies having an episode where they were Star Trek.
They
Remember
did.
that?
Yeah.
I remember that, but not the Care Bears. Hell, I barely remember what the hell the Care Bears were all about. I just remember that they had the thing, and then they just shot it in the chest.
Yeah.
That's how I envisioned. They just came every time.
You know who else does that?
Ooh,
The Guyver.
off his chest.
Yeah.
Well, then at this point, Iron Man does it too.
Yeah, he probably stole it from the Guyver.
Unibeam. Everybody stole it from there. Everybody trying to be the Guyver is what Hammer of Venus is trying to say here. We're all the Guyver. The Guyver. As you know, Christmas is just around the corner. Well, probably by the time you guys listen to
Literally.
this, yeah, it's the 21st. It came like I was just talking to my wife about it. It blew my mind that Christmas is just Monday. You know, like it's
Yeah.
literally a couple days away. Goddamn, that came quick.
It's been weird for me with all of this post-COVID stuff because my memory goes in and out.
Mm-hmm.
And like last I remembered, it was like October, and then before that, it was like June, and then February. And I just have all this time where I'm like, I know stuff happened, but I'm like, what happened there?
It's just time is but a construct. Is that the phrase?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
Everything just
Time
going
is
by.
relative.
Is relative or irrelevant?
Relative.
Relative. Is it my relative? Is
I'm gonna hit
time
you.
my uncle or my cousin? Let's try to break this term down. What does it all mean, Basil? But what does it all mean, Basil? Basil literally told Austin Powers the exposition of the movie, and he's still like, but what does it all mean, Basil?
This coffee tastes like shit.
Cause it is shit, Austin. Oh, it was all ugh. That's nasty. That's nasty. That's gross. That's gross, guys. Come on. Move away from that. Move away from that.
My favorite is always twins, Basil.
Twins. Oh no, my favorite is like that's not your mom. It's a man, baby. Why won't this come off? That's my favorite.
Yes.
Hands down, my favorite. The good thing about this week is that there's so much like being offered to us. Just today, actually, like right now, Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon is available on Netflix. Finally, that's exciting. I want to see it. I'm kind of torn because I know there's a extended R-rated version of the movie that he says is much deeper and better than what they're giving us right now, and I'm torn. It's like, do I want to see this version right now and just get like the summarized version of it, or do I want to wait and just get the big, like full movie?
No,
Uh,
it's like Watchmen. You went and saw the theatrical, when it first came out, and then when it came out on DVD, you bought the director's cut, and then a couple years after that, they came out with the ultimate cut, then you bought that one. So
that
yeah, you start small and then expand.
But at that time period, we didn't know about all this stuff, so it was better to me if he didn't say shit. It was like, hey, it was just like later on, be like, hey, by the way, there's a fucking extended R-rated cut, guys. I'm like, oh yes, let me get that instead.
Yes.
But then why do that? Like, just have the fucking cut that you want instead of trying to condense it down. Like, I don't. What is this? This is not trying to be like the Deadpool one where he did like a Christmas one for kids, where it was like completely different with Ben Savage in it. Yeah, Ben Savage, right? Yeah, there's
Ben
two
or
Savages.
Fred?
Fred Savage, yes. Ben Savage is the Boy Meets World kid.
Yeah.
That's the younger brother. Fred Savage is the one that he did it with. And I forgot about this movie. Should I watch it? I mean, it's alright. It's an alright one. It's just like a PG version of it, which I felt like that's sweet of you guys, but also these kids watch Deadpool as is already, so it's too late, It's too damn late.
And read Deadpool.
Yeah, but I think there is like cursing and crazy stuff in Deadpool. I don't remember my introduction to Deadpool was a comic book, and it was Deadpool and Daredevil. That was my introduction to Deadpool, and that's how I got introduced to the wild, crazy character. And Daredevil, actually, like both of them. Daredevil became my favorite.
He's the goat.
He's the GOAT, man. Sometimes it makes me want to be blind. No, it doesn't. Don't go blind, kids. But yeah, there's that. And then what else? Um, something else is offered. Percy Jackson series and the creators available on Hulu. And and you fucked me up, Rachel. She sent me a message. Oh, and the movie that I wanted to see by John Woo, Silent Night, is available
Yes.
digitally, so I could like rent it or buy it digitally.
Buy it.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of do, but then I also kind of want like, it's crazy because there's this whole uprising to keep the physical media going, and I'm all for it. I want physical media, but it is true that physical media is taking up a lot of physical space. So it's
Always
like,
have.
so it's like a part of me is like, I kind of want to cut down on the physical media too, but I feel confident that something like Voodoo and Movies Anywhere will just continue and not
Yeah.
crash down, because especially those are the two biggest platforms, and Voodoo is owned by Fandango, and Fandango keeps existing because of movies and movie theaters and whatever. So hopefully that's never an issue where that just disappears. So I'm happy having a library right
Oh
there.
man.
I know,
I'd be
because
mad.
you'll be mad. You'll be mad. Do you know how many movies I have in there? Do you know how much money that is?
Yeah.
You'll be mad. I'll be pissed off. I was like, motherfucker, that's like my whole severance pay right there. Gone.
Some
But yeah,
motherfuckers.
the motherfucker. But yeah, for sure, I'm gonna try to hopefully get to see that movie. I don't know, my whole 2 days. Scooby said I will be very mad. 2 days is never enough. I feel like we should be. I hear like overseas. They have more days off than we do here in America.
Like a 4-day weekend or
Yeah.
4-day work week.
Yeah, they'll have like 3 days
Yeah.
off, and I feel like that is very, very necessary. Here, we're being worked to the bone.
Yeah. And then they wonder why people don't want to, like, why so many places are hiring. It's because people are sick of the bullshit.
My job, my job is like, hey, look, we have hours. We're gonna get this and have more hours. It's not the hours. It's
Yeah.
give me the hours and the sufficient time that I could be able to live my own life too. I don't want to be working all day, every day, all the time. You know.
Exactly.
I'm sorry if I'm loud. I'm just making sure this mic is picking. The mic is above me, guys. I'm making sure it's picking. It's either that or I go like this every day, all day. You don't want to. You don't want me to see that. The
That's why I
boom mic.
put mine just right here. Just,
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I did. But I got
And
a
it's
boom
cold.
mic. There's a guy off screen right now, just holding it. And if he doesn't have it right, I'm gonna start screaming at him like Christian Bale did to that one dude while
Never
making
forget.
Terminator. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Are you fucking mental? Are you fucking crazy? I can't do his accent. I'm sorry.
You have to be Welsh.
Is that what he is?
He's from Wales. Is that the same thing?
I have no idea. You seem to know. Hey, I was the one who just like found out that being Middle Eastern and being Indian is not the same thing.
No, Indian are technically Asian.
Asians. Yeah. But I thought it was the same thing. So I looked like a dick, and then I try to understand. To try to not look like a dick, I'll be like, oh, so how does it work? Like you try to have a conversation with them instead of going like, oh, my bad. It's the same shit to me. I didn't sound like that. I wasn't a dick. I wasn't a dick like that. So when people say that because most people think I'm Middle Eastern, I'm be like, no, I'm actually Asian.
For Halloween next year, you should come to work with a full turban. Turban. Yeah. And just see how quick the police show up.
Yeah. For next Halloween, I'm gonna be shot at work. That's what's gonna happen if you tell me to do that. I'm okay. I'm okay. It's either that or next thing you know, everybody who's of that religion is gonna start having conversations with me, and I'm gonna have to what they do where they
Muslim?
they pick a sign they have to face
East.
yeah, and then they have to just do their thing.
That's Muslims.
That's Muslims. Clearly, here in the Machine Room podcast, I know everything.
I need to get like a chalkboard or something and do some teachings.
That'll be dope. That'll be dope. And then at the end, you can always be like, as you can tell, what was it like? They fucked around and then they found out. There you go. That
Yeah.
you fuck around and then you find out. Ha ha.
Exactly.
Ha ha. So yes, the moral of the story is, give me the fucking 3 days, man, because I go to work today and it's basically like you don't even need me there.
Yeah.
And then no, not even like that. It's also you don't got enough people there. Like I could have used 2 extra people or something, but it's whatever. I'm mostly
Have you
mad.
seen that? Have you seen that guy on like TikTok and stuff where he does videos where he like reenacts stuff at work, like at a corporate place?
Are you talking about the guy that got to be in Cocaine Bear?
No, not him. It's another guy like that, and he does all these characters himself, and they just wear different shirts.
I think I have.
Yeah,
think I
that
have.
guy's great because he really points out a lot of the bullshit that comes with working like a job in the U.S.
This the amount of bullshit is tremendous. Tremendous. I
It's
attended
hella big.
I attended a meeting this week just so I could be. I literally sat down. And I was like, yeah, I'm just here so I can show that my status is gonna be higher than anybody else that you bring into this company later on. And the free food.
There's this thing now with places like that you apply for jobs online. They're making this software that just checks, all the things that they want required or that they don't say they want required, and so they're basically using robots or AI to approve or decline resumes and applications, and people are really pissed off about it because they don't even get a chance. Like a human never sees their resume or application.
So it just goes through a process.
Yeah, so like
a machine. It's just like you send the resume to the machine reads it and it's like, nah.
No, it's all on the computer.
The machine. The computer is a machine, is it not?
Technically. Kind of.
Yeah,
It's yeah, it is. But not what was it in No Country for Old Men? Not in the way you mean.
Javier Bardem.
Yeah.
Javier. That's what
He
a
should have
J.
been. He should have been con. Indeed. So like I apply for jobs on Indeed and stuff like that, and it's just all on their servers and stuff. So it's just sad that it's come to that.
So it's come to a machine to pick if I'm gonna get the job or not. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it goes with the phrase, you gotta work the machine to get where you're at.
Totally.
I don't know if that was a phrase, but I created it myself.
Oh, I got little.
A little? I'm right?
I got little on my screen. Okay, there it goes.
Oh no, it's about to get bigger now. Yeah, you keep like get your shit together. Get your shit together, because I'm constantly fixing your fuck. Maybe if I lock you in, maybe you'll stay. Don't move.
Yeah.
Stop fucking moving, Rachel. That's all I'm saying. Please.
I can't help it.
We're trying to have a show here. Trying to have a show.
But when your back hurts like this, like you'll squirm around too.
And now she's changing her whole background. There you go.
I, there we go.
There you go.
I like that one.
Something
That's for our
Christmassy.
Christmas special.
There you
Yeah.
go. There you go. There you go. Yeah, since this is the end of the year, I mean, I think we could. Yeah, I'll touch upon that. And we'll have a little quick look back at us, this show in 2023, which I think we pretty much did before as well. But before we do all that, let's just get into the nitty gritty. The reason why you guys come here or listen to us now is because you want us to screenshot the fucking news.
Yeah.
Screenshot the news.
Again, I never know if it's loud or not, so I apologize.
It's good.
Rebel Moonstar, which we talked about, and it's now up and running on Netflix. Charlie Hunnam, which I didn't even know he was a Rebel Moon, so that's awesome, has
like him.
revealed that he turned down the role of Green Arrow in the Snyderverse. Didn't we talk about this though last week?
Yes. Was it on there twice?
I guess so, but this one he talks about how he didn't talk with it to Zack Snyder, but he did say something. All right, Charlie Hunnam on why he turned down a role as Green Arrow. I think I read this. Some people, and I quote, this is Charlie Hunnam. How does he sound? Is he British?
He's Welsh too.
He's Welsh.
But he sounds American now because he's been here so long.
Because he did Sons of Anarchy all his life. He came out and was just born into being Sons of Anarchy. Some people in suits brought the idea to me and thought it would be terribly exciting for me to play Green Arrow, but I did not share their enthusiasm. I don't know who Green Arrow is, which I got hurt and offended. I was like,
I did too.
ouch. So I don't want to offend anyone. I looked at one picture and I was like, I'm not sure green's my color, and I'm pretty sure Spandis. Wait, how is green not his color when... Hold on a minute.
Screenshot the news.
Hold on a minute. How is green not your color when you were in the fucking Robin Hood movie? You wore green, not green was your color. I don't want to hate on you. I like you, actually.
I do too.
I don't want to hate on him, but
It got mad aggressive.
Yeah, was that louder than me? I don't even know.
What, the music?
Yeah.
I didn't hear it.
I don't hear it over here either. Let's go back. Yeah, right. Yeah, that shit got too loud. Yeah, it got louder than me. So at that time period, nobody heard what the fuck I was saying. We'll go back over here. Oh,
The
man.
name of the show should just be called Technical Difficulties.
Yeah. That's all we're gonna get now. I'm so mad. In case nobody know what I was saying like, how is he gonna say that green's not his color when he played Robin Hood in Guy Ritchie's Robin Hood movie and
That wasn't him.
Wasn't it him?
No.
Bullshit. All right. Who was it then?
It was Gladiator.
No.
Or I'm thinking Ridley Scott.
No. Don't do this to me. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Am I confusing it with King Arthur?
Yeah, you're thinking of King Arthur.
No, you're thinking of King Arthur. Hey, I was thinking of King Arthur. All right. So I apologize to Charlie Hunnam. I confused King Arthur with Robin Hood. It's not the same thing. So maybe green is not his color after all. Maybe I'm a piece of shit. Anyways, I'm not sure green's my color, and I'm pretty sure Spandis is my material. Beyond that, I was like, one image, thanks, not interested. So that's why this guy just looked at a cover of the Green Arrow, and he was like, no, I think not. Rage for nothing. I usually do that. Scooby, you know me better than anybody else. I rage for no reason. My whole life is a big rage.
I want to hear it with the music all loud. I think it's gonna be funnier.
It probably was like, you to barely hear me in the background. Naz against the machine. I like that.
Yes. What's funny is I turned the volume down like 50%, so it must just be loud in general.
It's just because this thing, when the setting on this fucking shit is like, once you put it in there, this the software is like, okay, let's put the audio max for no
Yeah.
reason. Instead of just like 50, let's like put it to max. And I forget about that. So that's on me. That's my fault. That's my fault. Let's go. Twitch has been in the news a lot lately. Twitch has made a U-turn on its decision to allow artistic depictions of nudity on its platform, blaming chaos caused by AI.
They did this like the same day or the day after we reported about them allowing basically naked bodies.
Yes.
So
The moment
this
we
like
reported
lasted
it.
like probably a whole day.
It was bound to. You know what they're doing now, right? These ladies are putting censor bars
Yeah.
and making it look like they're naked, but they're not. But still, it's like you're playing around too much.
It's like an unfair advantage that they're going to get thousands of subscribers and viewers and followers and all this shit, and other women that aren't naked, you know, like, or in the bushes somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But it would be funny if somebody was like on the front page of Twitch and did helicopter dick.
But they just have the censor bar right there.
Can you see me now?
That's gonna be me. I'm gonna censor myself. It was a stupid move. It was a really, really big stupid move. But
waffle stomp on the first page.
what's this? Twisters won't be a continuation of Twister. Twisters won't be a continuation.
Isn't that a dumb name?
So instead of one, there's gonna be many. I guess they were trying to go that route. Like, all right, we need a sequel for Alien. I got it. Aliens. Oh shit! More than one? Hell yeah!
There was like hundreds of them.
Brilliant. Well, there better be hundreds of twisters in this one. That's all, and it's all gonna look very CGI. Look, man, I have a UHD TV, and when I watch movies off of it, the computer graphics look horrible. It's laughable.
Yeah.
It's bad. I understand how when these artists are like, "Hey, take off this feature from your TV, look the way it's supposed to," and I get it. But also, I want the crispiness of it, so I just accept it and just laugh at it. I watched the Percy Jackson movie because I never seen it, and Uma Thurman plays Medusa in the first one, and those snakes looked just
awful.
Hilarious off the TV. It looked hilarious. Like I could tell, like, hey, this is fake. Come on. I could tell.
You know what? You know what else is like that? Is American Werewolf in Paris.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of doing practical special effects, they did CGI. And I watched it like a year or so ago, and it was so ugly and awful. And I can't believe they thought they were done. They're like, yeah, it's good enough.
It's like the original one, or they did another one?
That's the sequel. The original is American Werewolf in London.
London. Okay. Yes. Okay. So that's what. Yeah. You know, you gotta go practical. You gotta go practical. It is what it is. I expect it from me. You know, like if I make something, of course, my effects are gonna look awful because I got no money.
Right.
Tengo no dinero.
I don't have money to pay 50 Asians to animate my shit.
Exactly. We have no money at all. Here we're gonna go to some somber news. This one is really like close to me and a lot of people because you know I'm not the only one. But we lost a great one here. Max Payne actor James McAvoy has died at the age of 65, battled with cancer. Cancer.
Fucking
Cancer.
cancer, dude.
Fucking cancer. I'm gonna fuck him up. I'm gonna fuck up cancer. Yeah, this is sad. This was the voice, he was still part of Alan Wake 2. I hear he plays a character that's kind of like Max Payne, so it kind of
Oh
gives you
wow.
like a Max Payne kind of feel because those universes are kind of in the same world, kind of, or they reference each other. Um, but yeah, so that's his last work was in Alan Wake 2. Yeah, man, I grew up with Max Payne. Max Payne, 1, 2, 3. He did that voice really really well, and it'd be sad, imagine if they make another Max Payne, it's gonna be
Oh man.
weirder without his voice, and
Yeah.
I think we don't need it. We don't need another
No.
one. I'm excited that they're gonna remaster them, so there's gonna be a Max
Yep.
Payne 1 and 2 remastered, and I'm very very excited. So
Me
when
too.
when that comes out and with his voice, it's gonna be real well. So rest in peace, James McAvoy. You gave us great work. You had a great voice, and kind of on the same topic, Peter Cullen, the voice of Optimus Prime, just won a Lifetime Achievement Award from, was it the Emmys, right? I think.
Mhm.
And he went up on stage and he talked, and you just hear Optimus Prime, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's to anybody else, but with me, for some reason, like his voice, like he hits me hard. Like when I saw
You
the
mean
first,
too?
yeah, like when I saw the first Transformer movie, and the moment that Optimus Prime show up and he started talking with the music they gave him and everything like that,
Yeah.
dude, I'm
Mhm.
breaking down. I'm like, oh my god, that's my hero for some reason, like if Optimus Prime is like your father, if he came to me and he was like, you are messing up, you need to do better. I'm like, I'm sorry, Dad.
I saw that in Burbank with a bunch of people I worked with at Best Buy, and yeah, I got made fun of after that for crying during the scene where they captured Bumblebee.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was crying.
You
But
had
yeah,
all
like
the right to.
his voice, like at the very beginning where you don't see him, that shit hit me hard.
It hit me when he showed up. At least you cried at a part where it's like, you're supposed to cry. You see it happening.
Yeah.
I cried when he just showed up and he just said, are you Ladies Man 217 or whatever? And I'm just like, oh my god, that's Optimus Prime. Broly Fist said, I want to be able to make that voice when I make love. Are we talking about Max Payne's or Optimus Prime? Because either or, it'll be a very, very funny. If you want Jay McAfee's voice while making love, then you're just going to get really emo and poetic as you're making love, because he was always very deep. Oh, he wants Optimus Prime voice.
Prime. I
Then
can't do that one.
you are going to motivate this woman and lift her up as you're making sweet love.
Let's roll out.
Yeah, I'm coming. I can't do Optimus Prime. You all heard my attempt at Optimus Prime when I did the Transformers dub. And for those who don't know, take your asses to MWE4Life.com. Hold on. I'm going to sneeze.
Bless you.
Thank you. You guys didn't hear that because I used my brain and I put that motherfucker on mute. The Lord of the Rings fan fiction writer who sued Amazon and the Tolkien estate, claiming spin-off show The Ring of Power infringed on his copyrighted novel The Fellowship of the King, has obviously lost. Of course. Like, did you see my reaction, the tone of my voice on this whole?
I read this and was like, no shit. No shit.
Okay, let's see if this racist Thomas will work this time. Hey, idiot! You use somebody else's work as your own work and then try to sue them. That's like if I decided, hey Marvel, I'ma sue you for using the Juggernaut bitch in the fucking movie. I can't because it's their property, motherfucker.
Amen.
Stupid.
You gotta see this shit. It looks amazing. It's fire. But
Everywhere. It's
that
like I'm in
turned out
hell.
so well. It is.
It's like I'm in hell. Just the right amount of metal. I'm telling you. Oh, here we're gonna go. This is some
Here we're gonna go.
Here we're gonna go. Put that on a t-shirt. This
Yes.
is the conversation of the week, ladies and gentlemen. The jury in
Oh,
Marvel
man.
star Jonathan Majors, domestic violence trial, has found him guilty of count 1 of assault and 1 count of harassment. He faces up to a year in prison, and this motherfucker's face is always like this. That's what bothers me the most. Out of everything that's happening, and even before this, you know what bothered me the most about him is his fucking face. Why are you surprised at every picture? Hey, Jonathan Majors, look, I'm sorry that you got caught, even though I don't think it's that serious, and they really went hard on you, and all this stuff it's sad. You shouldn't have messed with these white women, but let's talk about what's really mattered. What really mattered here is that you look surprised in all your pictures. Why? Stop looking so surprised. Now it makes sense because you're surprised.
Yeah.
You know, you got a verdict, but still.
Word.
What do you think they should do? Cut Kang out or replace him? All right, so we're gonna get into this conversation. Immediately after he got, found guilty of one count of assault and 1 count of harassment. Soon after, Marvel announced, it went through a whole bunch of sources, that he was removed from their whole MCU timeline and plan, and
he got fired like a motherfucker.
Yeah, like immediately. And they've already been talking about scrapping the whole Kang dynasty because I guess they were seeing, this whole thing like really, really had them like, oh, what we're gonna do if something happens to him and blah blah blah. And now they're thinking about going a whole route. Avengers 5 is not the Kang dynasty anymore. It's just called Avengers 5. It looks like they're gonna focus more on the Secret War aspect of it.
All the fans want them to do, what are we talking about?
Whether to
Marvel. Everybody wants Doctor Doom to be the next big villain, and I'm totally behind that.
Yeah, because when it comes to Secret Wars, Doctor Doom is the main villain of Secret Wars.
Yeah.
Doctor Doom is like why that is all part of what happens.
Doctor Doom made my helmet.
So they can find a route. I don't know. I mean, you could recast them. Recasting them is gonna be really difficult in the sense that it's gonna be really difficult. Sorry, I heard something in the background. It's gonna be really difficult because we're already set. We're already there with him being as the main character, his face, everything. He has so many different variants of himself. To bring in someone else and to play all these people is you gotta either explain it or just do what they did with Rhodey. And he just showed up and he said, "I'm here. It's me. Deal with it." It was one simple thing, but remember that was replacing one person after one movie. We're replacing a main character villain after a series and a movie.
They also went back and made it canon that that's what I heard or read about. But what I did it again. What are we talking about?
We're talking about Kang, damn it.
Kang.
Get Will Smith? No, do not get Will Smith. I saw a post that said Will Smith, and I'm like, no, not Will Smith. He'll be like, huh, something like that. I don't know. No Will Smith.
No, it's gone.
Are you here?
Okay. Wait, no. Yes, no, it's gone again.
No, it's gone.
The reason why there's 2 different Rhodey's in Iron Man and the Marvel movies, they made it canon that they got switched somehow, and what's his name? Cheadle, the guy that's him now, like for most of the movies, Don Cheadle. Like Don Cheadle was Rhodey from another universe.
Who said that?
I read that, like, one of the comic sites.
Slap that person. That was stupid. That was stupid as shit. Slap that person. I thought you were going the other route where it's like the roadie that we've been seeing since maybe before Civil War. No, after Civil War was not Rhodey, but a Skrull. That, yes.
Yeah.
They kind of put
Yeah.
that because of the really not so good Secret Invasion series that it was all right, but it wasn't great. That was explained, so we don't know which Rhodey was which.
Yeah.
Or we can only assume because he was still in the hospital gown that it was him after Civil War after he got injured.
Yeah.
And they replaced him. But the multiverse kind of Rhodey, I mean, I guess you could go that route. If that's true, then Mark Ruffalo replaced Edward Norton, and he's still in the other universe as Incredible Hulk, which would be awesome. I don't know. I don't know what you could do. Loki season 2 could solve all this problem because Quantumania clearly happened before Loki season 2. And at the end of Loki season 2, no spoiler, but the end of Loki season 2 can easily, perfectly scrap all the Kang stuff. It could. I'm just saying. So they could definitely go that route. You'll have to explain it to other people when it comes to the movies because they're not going to see the series. But
Just don't do what they did in Final Destination 2 and kill the main character off screen. Like, that's such a fuck-ass thing to do.
oh yeah, that's when they do when they can't get people back, like Independence Day 2. Yeah, your father died. And I was like, no, he didn't. He just didn't want to come back and do the sequel. What the fuck? Guys, come on.
His dumbass wife or whatever.
But they also did that to
What the hell?
Pacific Rim 2, I think. The same shit. Like,
Hey.
oh, he died. And now she's screaming at her dogs.
Yes, they were barking.
So, yeah, Scooby Snacks and those listening. We could erase everything or try to replace. I don't know. I really don't know. It's it's a big, but it also pisses people off because I too believe he shouldn't have got such a big sentence or verdict over what happened.
Yeah.
He had look. This is what happened. People have arguments. He had an argument with his girlfriend. Then she grabbed his phone. He was like, "Give me back my damn phone." He was getting the phone. I've seen the footage of him getting out of the car, making sure he got the phone, and this motherfucker ran. He ran away from her, and she was running after him. And he's like, "Get away from me," you know. I don't know. It's weird. It's people throwing race. Why he's getting so much attention, and then people also throw the fact that why does this happen to him when Ezra Miller was out there with evidence of every act he did, and he was still part of Warner Brothers movie?
Yeah, like a $500 million movie that flopped.
So
because they doubled down instead of being like, we should probably get away from him.
No. So I don't know. It's bad. You know what? I'm hurt. He's a great actor. He's a great fucking actor, dude.
I liked him in White Boy Rick.
I think you mentioned it the last time, yeah.
Yeah. I usually like there's so many these famous people that get charged or people say they sexually harass them or physically whatever. And for the most part, I'm like, he didn't do that shit. That's nothing. That's a good guy or girl or whoever does it. But fucking Jonathan Majors just kind of has, I'm not saying he did it at all. Just saying he kind of has that face of like, does King need to go choke a bitch?
This face right here? This face where he's just like this is a face like, what you said to me? I'm sorry? Excuse me?
Bitch, what?
There's an audio of him going off on her. Well, not going off, but he's like really like I gotta stop saying like. He's talking very loud and high and tough at her, just basically saying, I want you to be better and to represent me better. And he puts
Yeah.
like, fuck, I said like again. He puts Obama as an example. You see Obama, who does he have? Michelle Obama. How does she act? Very together and well, and represents behind every powerful man is a powerful woman. He was going off on her because she apparently just came from the part, the club at a late time, and he was tired of that. He's like, you're a representation of me. You're reflecting off of me. What do you think people would think? Blah blah blah. He just wanted her to be better. And as I said, people have arguments, and what happens
Yeah.
between those people is between those people. But he didn't go out there and fucking Chris Brown her ass or anything, And Chris Brown's
No.
still out there making music, motherfucker. So, and trust me, if he did, you'll know. It's fucking Jonathan Majors. Did you see? Did you see Creed 3? I didn't, but I saw the clips. He looked like he could beat your ass.
He did look super huge.
Right? Fucking cut to death. Scooby Snap said John Boyega to replace him. I saw something that said that they asked him, and he was like, "Yeah, no, I'm good."
Wow.
You don't wanna replace anything. Just I think they should just move ahead. They could use Loki season 2 to explain what happened, and Doom would be a great villain.
Totally.
Yeah, Doom will be a great villain, and they'll perfectly lead into the Secret Wars, and they're working on Fantastic Four, mutants. It's all coming together, guys. It's all coming together. So let's just have patience. I'm trying to do like Guns N' Roses. What's next? Groot's Cratch. Oh my god.
We'll do it live. Fuck it.
All right. Groot's catchphrase is famous, but the true explanation for it is an accidental mistranslation from his first meeting with the Guardians.
Yeah, go to the next slide and it shows it.
Hi, Groot?
Yeah, and then one of the guys is there. He goes, "Did he just say I am Groot?" And then he just kept saying that.
So he's just saying that he grew a root? Because that's what it looks like. Say,
Yeah.
I grew root. I am Groot.
Plus, in they did it once or twice in the movies, but he in the comics speaks English not all the time, but sometimes he's just like, "This is stupid," or whatever.
Yeah. Hey, see, Broly right here. He's saying, speaking of Groot, I'm gonna get there because I was gonna get there with Jonathan Majors, and we're talking about people who are like, no way they did it. Freaking Vin Diesel has been accused of sexual harassment while working on the Fast Five.
You know how long ago that was?
Yeah. It's like ages ago. Did this woman just go like, you know what? He touched me. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna sound like a dick.
Sometimes you do.
Mm-hmm. But couldn't you wait until after Fast 11 Part 2 happened for this? Because I really want the sequel and the final installment in this whole franchise. Now, if something happens and this woman who said he touched me on my boobies...
I thought it was like physically abusive, not like sexual.
Yeah, it was something like that. I read it. It was a party. It was like a party around Fast 5, and he sexually touched her at the party. Something like that. I don't know.
Battery?
Beat her? Come on, man. I don't know. Look, yeah. I'm just saying this, guys.
Battery can also just be like you putting your hands on somebody, like, say, people do that thing and they come behind you and just start rubbing your shoulders. I'm like, don't fucking touch me.
Battery.
That can be considered as battery because it's unwanted touching.
All right, if anything comes out with my name on it, it's not true. Just saying right now. Because it just feels like people are just coming out of the woodwork, just throwing stuff at people's names. You know what? Like they got a dartboard. Like, who did I meet in my lifetime? I met Vin Diesel at that one party way back in Fast 5. Got him.
That's who I'm gonna fuck over.
I mean, don't you see? Like, it's kind of funny the time that this comes out right after Jonathan Majors. It's like, oh, by the way, I got something about Vin Diesel over here.
Hashtag me too.
Maybe he thought she was family.
Family.
I just never want to believe that, people that I look up to and like and admire are doing something so bad. And Vin Diesel seems like a sweetheart. He's a geek like us. This motherfucker loves playing D&D,
He's a fucking nerd, and I love it.
Nerd like crazy. He tried to sell us Street Sharks back in the day. I can't.
And he was in Boiler Room with Giovanni Ribisi.
He was in everything. I just hope it's not true. I want Fast 11 Part 2, which would probably be called Fast 12. I'm not sure. Is it going to be called Fast X 2 or is it be called Fast 11? Sorry, because I was just thinking about, like I said, Fast 11 Part 2, but it's like Fast 11. But is it Fast X Part 2? I don't know what it's going to be called. That time Naz grabbed my ass at the convention. Scooby, I grab your ass all the time. Don't even bullshit, dog. Don't even bullshit. We're not gonna talk about
Slap ass!
Okay. All I want to do is play baseball. Slap ass, man. All right, we got some, what's this? Among Us news. The new emergency meeting DLC has arrived to Vampire Survivors, bringing an Among Us theme map, playable characters, and more.
I wonder how much that's gonna...
The hell's Vampire Survivors Emergency?
What?
Yeah,
Vampire
Survivors
Emergency
DLC.
I thought this is just the DLC for that game that everybody was playing last year. Isn't that just called Survivors?
I don't know. I'm confused because how this is worded. A new emergency meeting DLC has arrived to Vampire Survivors, bringing an Among Us themed map. You know what I'm saying?
Among Us, that's what it's called.
Look, I'm just gonna fucking Google this. Vampire Survivor. Vampire Survivor. Get this.
I'm gonna get on Steam real fast and look if it lets me sign in.
See, there's a game called Vampire Survivors. Vampire Survivors.
Okay.
Vampire Survivors for the Switch.
So apparently I can't read, and I got it wrong what this is about. I was like, cool, Among Us has got a DLC.
It's all, oh shit, wait, that's Mustafa Ali. That's some wrestling news right there, boy. If you guys don't know about it, Mustafa Ali was in the WWE, but he started off in freelance wrestling, which is where I watched him right here locally, and now he's a free agent. And he made this video, and he just announced to the world, I'm gonna go on tour. I'm hitting all the fucking things. All these matches have been announced. And while we were talking, my wife even showed me he's coming back to freelance. Scooby, he's coming back to freelance. So I want to be able to go to that show. It's gonna be big. It's gonna be hot. All right, back to everything we're doing.
So Vampire Survivors is on Steam for $3.74.
Get it.
Check that shit out, people.
Get it with the new Among Us themed map. You see, that's why I said, like, it said Among Us themed map. Why would it say Among Us themed map if it's already Among Us?
You know how high I am most of the time?
That's why I'm here to break down these.
You know how fucking blitzed out of my mind all day long until I go to sleep. So Yeah, I misread it.
I clearly got to break it down more.
I used to be like the most like innocent and like modest, and I never did anything. And then like now I'm like the biggest.
And you know what? But you is you.
True that.
What the fuck is this? These fan theories. All right. Hammer of Ganja. That's your name now.
I love it.
Just change to Hammer of Ganja. Why did you freeze?
I froze.
Yeah, you are frozen on my screen like crazy. And then I gotta fix you. You're just a small. There you go. That's an emo, guys. Scooby says, let's restart.
Mulligan.
Mulligan all over again. Should I wait until you fix yourself? Until I continue? She's clicky click. Only here in the Machine Room podcast that we gotta deal with
I'm trying to connect to Wi-Fi and LAN at the same time.
such technical difficulties here. Rachel, you're being so unprofessional right now. How dare you? You're trying to be a freaking show of class. And yet you're here freezing on us. Scooby, that show's gonna be like selling out like crazy. April 13th now. The moment after the next show, that shit's gonna be selling out. He's gonna be in GCW facing Gringo Loco, and that's in Chicago. Oh.
Am I fixed now?
You are a blue screen.
Really?
Wait. Yes, you are a blue, horribly huge ass screen. You are the Skype symbol.
Let me call you right back.
She's gonna call me right back. So while she calls me right back, I'm just gonna put this on me right here. Probably when she ends the conversation, it's gonna screw this up for me. Yup. Now I'm frozen, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how to fix this, guys. Oh! This podcast has been brought to you by Skype. What the fuck?
And Nate Dogg.
She literally went, I'll call you right back. And then the moment she comes back, just bong. The big ass bong.
Oh my god.
All right, let's go back to the show here.
I was burning my throat.
With the pop or that big ass toke you just did.
Like go back to our podcast from the beginning. Like my voice was much higher, and now that I smoke all the time, it's like it keeps getting lower and lower.
You're gonna start sounding like the woman from Beetlejuice, the one they see in the afterlife with the smokes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not your coach.
Yeah. All right. 8 Top Gun details that prove Maverick is actually dead in the 2022 sequel. One Top Gun Maverick fan theory claims Tom Cruise's anti-hero was dead for most of the sequel, and there's a prime amount. I'm not even gonna amuse the theory.
Oh no, it's so good. So, near the beginning, he did that like 10G, move, and then he had eject, and the plane went. They're saying that he died that, like, nobody could live ejecting at 10 Gs. Like, he's just dead. So there's no reason why he could be alive. So what they're saying is, like, he died at that point, and everything after that is imaginary. Down to, like, the kid he's trying to change is just like his father, Goose, and it's pretty interesting.
Well then, that's the director's cut of that movie.
Already did.
Who you think do you think a person was talking like you was while watching that movie? It was like, yo, what if this motherfucker's been dead the whole time? No, hear me out. Hear me out though. You know what? It's fair because when I get to that kind of state myself, I always fall into time travel kind of theories, you know?
Hmm.
I always fall into the time travel kind of theories where, say, I'm looking for something or something specific was placed, and I'm like, oh snap, here it is, and then I'm go, hey, but what if it was me in the future who knew I needed this right now and sent it back and put it right there for me just so I could grab it? You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
Or the best thing was at a convention when me and LP walking around and he was looking for the booth. He just bought an artwork. He's looking for a booth with the sleeves so he could put his artwork inside of it and protect it. And we're walking around. We're walking.
Wow.
We know it exists, but we can't find it. And we're asking characters, and we're both high. I'm high. We're asking characters, and everybody's dressed up. So you ask one character, they're like, "No, I don't know nothing." I'm like, "Damn it, Velma doesn't know, guy." And then we go ask another character, another person, until finally, I was like, "Why don't we ask the Doctor?" And there was a dude dressed like the 10th Doctor Who, my favorite, everybody's favorite. We go and we ask him,
Yeah.
and the Doctor would know where it's at. And he said, "Yeah, it's right over there. It's right, blah blah." We go, like, look at that. We walk over there. Tell me why it was there, huh? Tell me why it was the
Right.
Doctor, the guy dressed as the Doctor, who knew exactly where it was, and tell me why when we find it, it's just by itself, not attached to
Hmm.
other things. It's just by itself, like a video game, just there, like a light shined on it. It was the weirdest thing, and it was really funny. But I had a whole theory that we were just in a game simulation at that point, and whoever was dressed as
You must
who.
have had really good shit.
Oh man, I have a blast when I'm in that state. I have a blast. You seem like you're dying. I'm having a blast.
Nah, I'm just chilling.
It's chilling like a villain. What's this over here, man? Why? Oh, I see what this is. Breaking news. In a stunning unprecedented decision, the Colorado Supreme Court removed former President Donald Trump from the slate's 2024 ballot, ruling that he isn't an eligible presidential candidate because of the 14th Amendment insurrectionist ban.
Word.
There are some people who what hurt me was the actor Scott Adkins, who's not American, but
He's not?
no, Scott Adkins from over there. Maybe he's Welsh too, but he's from over there.
Ah, okay.
He said, "I felt bad for America's something about he feeling bad for America because it's not being as it was promised a nation of democracy." And
Yeah.
I, and, and I'm like, "Are you saying this because the state said, hey, you can't? We're not gonna acknowledge you voting because of the shit you did, or are you saying this because him?"
That's a
That
good
makes sense.
question.
I don't
I'll
know.
say this. I hope he gets like life in prison for trying to commit treason.
See, we're on that fence, but then you got people who are on the other fence where it's like, hey, they're going against him because he's, you know, everything's corrupt. So who's, you know, it's a whole other topic that I hate fucking going on because I don't know. Politics never was my thing. I hate it. I hate politics.
Scooby said something's going on with my screen. Yeah, it keeps getting little and big.
Oh shit, your screen is huge now. I didn't even realize that. See how I gotta keep fixing this damn thing. I don't know what the hell it is. At one point, you were looking like Max Headroom.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I love Max Headroom.
it was cool. You're in. Okay, this is kind of hard to do, man, because you're like way on the bottom. If you guys who are not watching, I have to adjust her screen, and it's a lot of work.
It's
Anyways,
very big.
not really big on that. When it comes to Donald Trump, I just like whatever. I guess it's cool. Here's some real news, man. Fuck Donald Trump. It's official. What We Do in the Shadows will end after its upcoming sixth and final season.
Who?
What We Do in the Shadows is ending.
Oh yeah, I'm sad about this.
I am not so. You know why? Because I think that's a good way to go out. Don't overextend your welcome. You're being having a good run. 6 is a good number, and we can move on with our lives. It's not that the show is doing horribly. I think creatively they decided 6 is good. Let's end it and let's go out with a bang. And I'm happy. Scooby Sass says he's never seen it. For those here listening and watching us right now, listening or watching, please do us a favor. First off, watch What We Do in the Shadows, the movie.
The movie.
Yes. It's directed by Taika Waititi. He did the Thor movies, Ragnarok and Love and Thunder. He also
The Wilder People.
yeah, but I don't know. A lot of people would know about that. I'm mentioning stuff like people would know about because he does do a lot of work that people don't know about, like this one, What We Do in the Shadows, which I didn't know about. It's a mockumentary movie where this film crew is documenting a family of vampires, right? That's what the show is pretty much based off. Now, I say the movie, you should watch it first because this show is still in that universe, and the first season even touch upon the characters from the movie. You know?
Wow. Yeah.
So, that'll give you an idea how it is. Then you go into the series, and the series is freaking hilarious. And no, it's not in the Voodoo collection. You fucking snotty little bastard.
Can I get a close shot real quick?
Close. You want Rage? No, I'm just kidding. Well,
No.
yeah, well, that's really close. We just see your corner over there. But I gotta fix the whole
nice.
screen. Hold on.
I wish I would quit
now it's
doing that.
Now it's just your forehead. We got this. Hold on.
You
Hold
could
on.
project onto my forehead.
There you go. Here we go. There you go. Close. Oh no, nope. It decided it wanted to go on your forehead. Nope. All right. It's face. All right. There you go. All you now.
Gotta tell you about my favorite show, What We Do in the Shadows. I've never seen it.
Damn. She also, son of a bitch. Am I gonna constantly just spend this whole time just fixing your damn screen?
Thank you, Scooby. It's a big forehead. I look like RoboCop with my hair back. Lewis!
So, to the people listening, watching, and Rachel, I highly recommend What We Do in the Shadows. It's a hilarious show.
I've seen like clips of it and stuff, and then like I've accidentally, came on that channel before, and everything I've seen was funny because it reminds me of like the IT crowd or Seinfeld kind of funny. Yeah.
Yeah. Plus Matt Berry, he's you see him right there. He's in it. He's hilarious.
Totally.
Hilarious. So this guy right here that I'm pointing at for those looking at the screen, this guy's hilarious.
I gotta say I'm like addicted right now to Catfish the TV show. I'm on season 6. Let's do it.
He wants to see who gets catfished. Remember that time you tried to explain catfish or something like that? I forgot what it was.
I did?
Yeah, it was like a recent episode of something catfish.
I don't know.
I just know I gotta fix your damn screen
again. Hey, I'm on drugs. Okay.
I think we got that. Would you watch Fortnite movie made by Zack Snyder?
I'm down.
Because he wants to make it.
Doesn't he play it when he's not working?
I
I've
guess.
read that too.
I guess because that's gonna be the only reason why he would want to make a Fortnite. Apparently, there's a story to Fortnite. It's crazy. I can't tell you about it. But I mean, I'm behind anything that Zack Snyder want to do. So if you want to do the Fortnite movie, go ahead. These kids will love it.
From what I've seen of Fortnite and stuff like that, and then I know how, Zack Snyder likes his stuff to look. I think this is a good pair, like a partner thing would make a good movie.
The thing with Fortnite is that there's the reason there's so many IPs into it is because they're just it's something about multiverses and they're all coming together and being part of this battle royal, some shit like that. So unless he wants to make a Fortnite with just the Fortnite characters themselves, or he's gonna make a Fortnite where we're getting all these different IPs coming in, we're gonna be seeing like a Ready Player One established big battle royal kind of shit.
Yes.
That's the question. My answer is Zack Snyder. Yes, anything with him, I'm behind. I don't give a shit.
I would love to, because like I really love indie movies. I think it would be fun if Zack Snyder just took like a step back and did like a fucking indie film that's like funny.
Just have your mindset be like all Zack Snyder movies are indie films because he's by himself and no one really supports him.
And nobody watches them.
Yeah, and everybody hates. What does one thing? Yes, granted, indie films everybody loves them, but just reverse it and be like, this is an indie film because everybody hates it.
I like it. I like that idea.
There you go. I'm here to help. Brolyfest said he was done with Fortnite when he saw Goku with a rocket launcher. Listen, I was done with Fortnite a long time ago. But how they have it now, where they have all these different little games, and I think I discussed this the last time on the previous episode. There's so many different kind of games, and you could do more than just battle royal. However, today, just moments ago, they announced that they put John Wick back in the shop. So I might just get my hands on John Wick just so I can run around and at least get killed as John Wick, because I'm not going to pretty much do much killing unless I can master the nunchucks. I saw they gave him the nunchucks from chapter 4, so I'm really excited for that.
I finally got to see chapter 4.
Finally?
But because of all my drugs and stuff, I kept nodding off. But I think I got the gist of it.
How the fuck you gonna fall asleep on John Wick chapter 4? John Wick
so
chapter
sleepy.
4. Chapter 4. My dude, chapter 4 is probably my favorite movie of 2023, and you fell asleep on it?
Multiple times.
It's a long movie, though. I'll give it to you.
It's a long ass.
Long ass fucking movie.
I nod off. There's people fighting, and I'm like, where did they come from? What's going on? And then they nod off again, and then he's talking to somebody. I'm like, who is that, and why is he there?
It's a long, but the last 30 minutes of it is just like fucking go.
I saw that.
It's fucking intense and dope. But I go back and watch it, all right? And watch it right.
I'm trying to watch the rest of Ambulance, because every time I watch it, I watch like the first half, and then somebody's like, oh, we need to go do this thing. I'm like, motherfucker.
Tell us the truth. Every time you watch it, because you get motion sickness. Because watching Ambulance is like going on a fucking roller coaster ride.
I think because I've been in an ambulance multiple times, it doesn't bother me now. I'm like, I'm cool in here.
It is like that. You're just like,
get my mask, and this is awesome.
I wish Jake Gyllenhaal was in here. That's what you're saying to yourself.
Now I like his brother, the driver guy. I forgot what else he's in now.
Aquaman.
Aquaman, yeah. And
Aquamans.
he's just like, hey, he just has like this voice and this face, and you're like, yeah, I want more of that.
I bet you and a whole bunch of other people want more of that. Breaking Elon Musk's X, aka Twitter. No one calls it X, man. Just companies call it X. People still call it Twitter. Has broke
Yes.
down once. Okay, I saw this that it broke down. I don't know nothing about that because it wasn't on my watch, I guess. Because I just saw everybody like, oh, it broke down. It broke down. You on Threads, the one little moment I decided to go on Threads, and you're like, ha, X broke down. Ha, sucks to be them or some shit like that. You're just talking shit. And the whole time I'm like, no, it didn't. It was fine. I don't know when this happened.
What I saw that post on fucking Threads. They're like, oh, Twitter's down. So I jumped over to the Machine Room Twitter, and it wouldn't refresh. It just showed these old ass posts, and if you tried to refresh them, it didn't do anything, and then it stopped letting you post. And then some people were saying that all of their posts that they've ever made were missing. So I don't know what the hell caused that.
I don't know either. I didn't experience anything. That must have been at a time period where I was too busy to even be on it.
Because he's so busy.
I'm not trying to be. It fucking happened. So I didn't
me,
experience any of that.
Let me break your ankles like on Misery, and then you can get disability.
What was it that I watched recently where oh, I think it was the Santa Clauses 2, the new season this year's.
Okay.
And that came up where he basically said that I forgot what it was. I think she said, I'm gonna keep you here, and she pulled like the elf, I think it was the female elf that pulled out a hammer, and he's like, are you gonna what, misery me? And I was cracking up. And I remember stating, nobody's gonna know who that is. None of the kids are gonna know who that is unless you're a grown up that was like, raised around that time period and know the reference. It was so like I didn't see it coming, and I cracked up the way Tim Allen as Santa said, "Oh, you're gonna misery me."
That's amazing.
I was that. If you guys haven't seen the Santa Clauses, I highly recommend it. It's very, very funny show. That had me cracking up. This season was like some evil Santa from the past, and he was hilarious. I don't know who played him, but he was very funny.
Most people that know me know that I don't like Christmas because of family reasons, but that movie, the movie versions of the Santa Claus are really fucking funny.
They are. So on TikTok with this guy, I have this theory that the Santa Claus didn't kill himself or die. He had it all planned out and blah 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 blah. The elves were there, blah 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 blah. And I was like, I said to myself, wait, that was all stated in the first season of the Santa Clauses. And I go to the comments and everybody's like, yeah, they said that in the Santa Clauses. They said that they like treated the guy. And he was, oh, I know, I didn't watch the Santa Claus. It was like, yeah, dumbass, that's not your theory. It's factual. It's canon. They basically said, yes, this is it.
I see, I don't see it as much now because I'm not on Twitch anymore or Twitter anymore, but like angry, bitter Republican, like Nazis. And sometimes I'll see them post on stuff, and a lot of times I'm like, I'm going to be the adult and just ignore it and, mind my own business. And somebody was the David Howard, whatever his name is, that played Art the Clown. He had said something about what Trump and them are trying to do, and this guy was like, no, and the Democrats are trying to take our guns, and this guy's, from Africa, and this, and I went and did like what looked like a report. This is not true because this, and that's not true, but this is what's actually happening. And I hope that, like, because I wasn't trying to be mean, I was trying to be like educational, and he never replied. So maybe you can help people.
Or maybe you should change your Twitter feed because I get none of that. You say you go on Twitter and there's Republicans, Democrats, this, that. You need to get on Twitter and get like titty Twitter or something because you are getting like the worst kind of Twitter. I swear to God. And this is why you tell me you left it and I experienced none. You know what I do experience? Dumb. I experienced the other world of it, whereas geeky kind of arguments, you know, whereas Zack Snyder sucks, and I'm like, no, it doesn't, kind of shit, you know. Where you're experiencing Democratic Republican shit, I'm over here experiencing. I'll post something, and they'll say, "Come on, honestly, it all sucked," and I'm like, I either rebuttal or I just leave it as it is because technically that's their opinion, whether it's right or wrong. That's up to God. But it's not up to me. It's not up to me. Speaking of God, let me tell you guys. Did you guys know that Hulk Hogan got baptized?
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Hulk Hogan got baptized.
What denomination is he?
Oh man, I don't know what denomination, but I wanted to see him as a pastor and be like, "Let me tell you something, brother. Jesus, dude, is really cool, brother." What happened?
That was perfect.
Mine got broken into. That's what I was handling.
Who got broken into?
Pause.
Right now?
Yeah.
Did you see by who or what?
Yeah.
Did it take anything?
No, they were the workers that were putting signs up. Like they were putting our like official pause logo. The new people that bought the building, like donated the name on the building. And apparently everyone left. They said bye to them. Everybody thinking, "Get the fuck out of here! What are you guys doing here?"
So it didn't really get broken into. It's just
they got broken. They left the building. Apparently, there was one guy standing inside the building. He walked out and they got stuck outside. So once he walked out, the alarm went off, and the cops came. And the cops were like, "Oh, you guys okay?" And they're like, "Oh, we work here. We're trying to get back in." And the cops were telling them how to jig the door open so that they could get in. And
so the cops helped them in.
The cops were like, "Yeah, it's super easy."
The Chicago's finest.
Dude.
Chicago's finest helping people break in.
And they left like those signs that for like slippery signs, the yellow ones. They put one on the door so like it wouldn't close anymore. Like and I'm like, you cannot do that on 26th Street. Anyone would go in there and steal a fucking dog.
But they didn't steal a dog.
No. Regardless, I had to. There was no way for us to contact them, and I was calling Christina. Christina wanted to pick up. I called the facilities guy. He's like, "I'm 35 minutes away." I'm like, "So am I," but he's a guy, so I'm like, and you're like, he's a weird guy.
You're very animated.
Like,
I love it.
I was like, "You're gonna have to go." Like, I ain't gonna be me. And then Christina called me back, and she's like, "Oh, these guys are so fired, blah blah blah." And then I saw in the camera. This is where my detective goes. I'm like that girl, like, that's. Go to the left. No, go 2 doors to the right.
Right, you're the operator from the Matrix.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, got it.
So then, I saw the phone number on the vehicle, and I was like, "Let me give him a call." And I'm like, "Y'all bitches, get the fuck out of the building.
That's
Y'all
what's up.
Be there without an employee there. You broke in. I don't know why the cops were okay with you being there, but get the fuck out." And he's like, "Oh, I just wanted to finish." I'm like, "It is 9 o'clock."
But technically, it wasn't like a break-in. They were just trying to.
They broke back in.
But they just wanted to keep working. They didn't know they were breaking in, though. All right. Well, no dogs or cats were stolen, so we're all good.
And none were harmed in the making of this episode.
None were harmed. But Chicago's finest is fucking amazing. That is fucking great.
What is while we're on the topic, what is your favorite Christmas movie to watch, like, by yourself? Or just in general?
I would have to say, it's just the first thing going. Jingle All the Way.
Which one is that? That's the one with the two parents?
The one with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sinbad.
Okay,
Turbo Man.
Yeah, that one's great.
Turbo Man. Come on. Turbo Man. There's so many on the
Turbo
list. You know,
Man.
there's so many on the list. There's that. There's Home Alone. I watched Home Alone 1 and 2. I love 2 more. Um,
2 went hard.
there's the Ernest Saves Christmas. That's always great.
Mhm.
And then you got other good ones like Claws on Netflix. That's fucking fantastic.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, that was a good animated movie, Claws. It even got nominated for an Oscar. I think it won an Oscar. Or it got nominated or won one. It's
Wow.
either or. Violent Night's on that list now.
Yes.
I want to see Silent Night because I really want that. I really want to see this movie, so I hope that becomes part of my tradition as well.
Totally.
Scrooge with Bill Murray. I love Scrooge
Yes.
with Bill Murray.
Scrooge. And I usually hate that story, of Scrooge and all that, but the Bill Murray is just fucking amazing.
Bill Murray is the shit, and he has my name in there, Xavier, so I love it. Die Hard, we all agree.
Yes, you have to watch Die Hard.
We all agree that's a Christmas movie. I don't give a shit.
Yes.
I know there's other ones, man. I know there's other ones. I'm just thinking the top ones. Oh, Anna and the Apocalypse is on my list now. I love Anna and the
Okay.
Apocalypse. That one's like, since I watched it last year, that became, this is a Christmas staple. I actually started no, I didn't, because I watched something else in the fan chamber, but basically I want to start with Anna and the Apocalypse now.
Go for it.
And all three of the MWE Xmas videos.
There you go.
The whole trilogy. You gotta watch the whole trilogy.
Yes.
Especially the third one is fucking fantastic.
You're not partial in any way.
Those go hard. If you don't watch, if you don't have that in your fucking holiday rotation, I don't know what the fuck you're watching. You gotta watch those.
Barely Fist said mine. I watched Bad Santa 1 and 2, and I try to watch Die Hard.
I wanna have some kind of Christmas. Santa's Sleigh with Goldberg just fucking everybody up.
Yes.
I want to have some kind of horror holiday movie, but I want to make sure they're good ones. And I could think of some that are like a lot of people talk about. Cause when I find some, they're freaking horrendous. Last year I watched one with robot Santa going haywire and killing the people in the neighborhood or the town or whatever, and it was god awful. And I never want to waste my time like that. So yeah.
Yes.
Notice Elf is not on my list because Elf is not the end all be all greatest fucking holiday movie of all time. I don't give a fuck what you guys say. It's a great movie, yes, fantastic, but you motherfuckers blew this movie up since it came out like it's the fucking god tier of freaking Christmas movies. It ain't. Every other movie I mentioned, god tier. Fucking every other movie, Die Hard is more up there than Elf. Elf is cool. It's cool. I get it. But if you grew up with it, that's cool. That's cool and all. But don't go out there and fucking say that's the greatest fucking holiday movie of all time. Cause it ain't.
Word.
I haven't even seen it that much. Like
know
I
what?
saw it and it was great, but I was like, it's not like the fucking like greatest of all time fucking holiday movie, top tier.
Greatest of all time has to be A Christmas Story.
Christmas Story, yes, that's good. The new one, have you watched the new one?
I haven't watched the new one yet. I heard it's good.
Check it out. It's actually really fucking good, and it ties back to the original. It's beautiful.
Wow.
8-Bit Christmas, that's on Max. I don't know if it's still on Max. That one's a really good one too. That one's a good one. Christmas Chronicles on Netflix with Kurt Russell. There's 2 of them as Santa Claus. Fucking fantastic movies.
Wow.
Those are dope. There's Christmas movies out there, dog. Home for the Holidays, because it's basically about a Latino family in Humboldt Park where I grew up, and they filmed it there, so I like that. I like that one too.
What was yours? What did you just say?
Home for the Holidays. That one.
Oh yeah, another good one is the one with the guy from Wedding Crashers, the tall one,
Vince Vaughn, Fred
Vince
Claus or
Vaughn.
whatever.
It's like Vince Vaughn and uh, what's her name?
Homegirl.
Something Reese.
Reese Witherspoon.
Reese Witherspoon. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called Four Christmases.
Yeah, I
That's
remember
just
that one.
hilarious.
I remember
Especially when they're at his dad's house and they're trying to set up the satellite.
that one.
That's fucking comedy gold.
Yeah, I remember that one. If this is funny because if you're from the hood, Friday After Next, it's one of your
Yes.
favorites.
It is.
You know, if you like to get fucking robbed by Hood Santa.
I love Cat Williams in that movie. I am a boy, Damon.
One that I never seen was the third Harold Kumar movie, and it's a Christmas movie. I never seen that one.
Oh, I haven't seen that one. I recently watched the Guantanamo Bay one, and it's good.
Oh, there's a lot of Christmas movie out there.
Especially the Hallmark Channel.
Boy.
All fucking year long, there's
Like-
Hallmark Christmas movies playing.
How I'm telling you, right after Christmas, they're probably already working on the next ones in the next batch
Yeah.
for next year, right now. And how many stories? I'm pretty sure they're being rehashed like crazy.
No, they're all rehashed. It's basically the same story in each one. There's the city girl, and she has to go back to her hometown, and it's Christmas, and she's alone, and she finds this guy, but he's something, and then she's got to get over his something, and they fall in love. Yeah, they're all the same.
Bam, Hallmark. They just got to switch it up and just make it a Hallmark Christmas movie, but with porn.
What?
You heard me. That'll make money. And just add this in there.
Get ready for my sweetness.
Ooh.
Hey, I have Christmas little things.
There you go.
Little fireplace in the background.
I like it.
I'm barely hearing myself. Why is there fireworks?
I hear it.
Fireworks? I don't hear anything. Not a damn thing do I hear. But yeah. So
I have one right there. Oh, the camera thing's on it.
Yep.
Like
you
literally
know,
a fireplace behind me, and I don't have any wood.
you just have artwork in the background. So speaking with all those, I have some catching up to do because there's some movies that I have not watched yet in my freaking list. Like I said, I watched the Home Alones 1 and 2. I still have not watched Scrooged. I still have not watched Seeing Jingle All the Way. I still. What else did I mention from that list? I still have not watched. I think those are the big three. Ernest Saves Christmas. Yeah. And Star Wars Christmas.
We don't talk about that.
Um,
Stop it.
you know what's
Erase
another
that comment.
another good one is the Guardians Christmas special.
Is it?
Holiday special? Yeah, it's a real good one.
It looked cute.
Yeah, it's really good, and it got Kevin Bacon, so
I
It's-
love him.
it's real good, and they made some good music for that. So, you know, and especially goes in there before the third movie.
Yeah.
It's still canon, but it's a good standalone as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because non-canonical movies are trash.
Yes, they are.
Although I did like Highlander 2, and everybody hates that movie.
You just gotta think of it as his own thing, as his own
Yeah,
thing.
I thought of it as a what if.
Yeah, that's basically how you gotta think about it. So since we're on the topic of that, let's end this episode on a big discussion. With the release
Okay.
of Aquaman 2, this is officially the end of the DC extended universe. From 2003 to 2013, it's officially been that long that this has been going on, and there's so many movies in that tier. I mean, it's amazing how many movies were made in that thing. So
Plus all the ones that didn't get made. They were supposed to have 2 Justice League movies, and all these other people, like everybody pretty much got their own movie, and yeah, we'll never see that.
Maybe not, because Snyder keeps talking like, if Netflix wants me to make these, I'll make them. You know, if Netflix wants me to make them, and I get the okay to make them, he'll make them. So, us being the Daddy Snyder fans we are hopeful that the Justice League gets to continue and end as he envisioned. But we got what we got. It ends now with Aquaman 2. Looking back, what was your favorite DCEU movie?
Oh man. My favorite. I watched Man of Steel a lot, but I like the ones where like everybody shows up, like Superman versus Batman and Zack Snyder's Justice League. So maybe Batman versus Superman was good. But then I watched Suicide Squad a lot too. No, I would say Man of Steel.
Man of Steel? Well, it's hard for me to pick because I would say Zack Snyder's Justice League was my favorite because it was such a big, grand, masterpiece of an opus.
And like 3 movies.
Yeah, if you don't think so, something wrong with you. But this Broly Fist just mentioned other DC shit. Steel, Jonah Hex. They wish they were in that universe. But I can't just say that Justice League movie because I have to place the ones you mentioned. I can't just watch that movie. I have to watch Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman, Justice League. I have to watch those in that order. I can't just jump to that one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I have to watch them all together because they're all 3-part unless you break the fucking third movie into another 3-part and it's a 6-part. But
I just thought of something funny and stupid. So next time you're at the doctor and you're in the waiting room and they call your name when you're ready, just be like, "How do you know that name? How do you know that name?"
Tell me. Those are my favorite. Looking back, we had a run. It was highs and lows, and it is what it is. And now that's behind us.
One of my favorite things is when Batman and Superman are trying to fight Doomsday, and then they're like about to get hit, and then they're all like flinching, and then they open their eyes, and Wonder Woman's just there, and I was like, and then they play her little guitar music. So good.
People make fun of. It's true. It got to a point where her music was just overplayed. Every time she showed on the screen, it became an ongoing joke. This is overplayed.
I love it though.
Yeah, how can you hate? That was like a dope ass theme. That was better than Wonder Woman. Like it's the equivalent to Wonder Woman.
Do you know how many times an episode of Wonder Woman that they played that song?
Exactly.
Wonder Woman.
I think they just went back to that. It was in the conversation. Hey, do you know how many times they fucking played a Wonder Woman song in the show? Well, then let's do it with the movie. R.I.P. DCEU. You had a run. You had your ups and downs. We loved you the whole way through. I appreciate you. And one day I'll probably sit through and go through all those movies again. Now that there's a beginning and end to them.
Sadly, yeah, because we would have just been in like the middle point. Like we would have had Justice League 2 by now and stuff like that. And
we would have been way past that if first of all, they went fast, but they also went too damn slow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Instead of just focusing on what they needed to focus, they were branding off to other stuff, and it was great. And we had cameos by the main heroes in them, but then they just didn't know where to go in between. And now this Warner Brothers got paired with Discovery, and now they're gonna get Paramount as well.
I
That
read that
conversation came in
today.
there. So there's gonna be Warner Brothers, Discovery, Paramount. It's a whole influx of stuff. It's all over the place, but you know, it is what it is. When they're gonna buy us?
I
That's what I want to know.
yes.
You know, when are you gonna buy us?
I
Warner Brothers,
I
Discovery, Paramount. When you gonna buy us? I'll gladly sell myself. Gladly,
yes.
I will
Or
wear.
well, I'm gonna say this off the air, but I have this really good idea.
Oh, I got the camera on you now. You gotta say it. You gotta say it.
So, we get most of our news from comicbook.com and IGN. Well, comicbook.com has their own podcast, and in the podcast they read posts from comicbook.com. So I thought, what if we tried to get IGN to do that with us?
Like, have us just talk about their stuff?
Yeah, because it's they basically have the same news stories. IGN sometimes is late as hell, but it'd be cool to do a show and just go through the daily news or something like that.
I would gladly do that. They're gonna have to deal with a whole bunch of R-rated shit.
Yeah.
But they're also gonna have to deal with a whole lot of Naztradamix. Yes, because you know what? IGN, your scoring sometimes is like bullshit. How are you scoring something very low when it should be very high? And also, how are you scoring something very... Nope, I lost myself.
It's not just me, okay? We both do this.
I lost myself. And on that note, thank you everybody for chilling with us this year in 2023. It's been fun. You guys have been along the ride, and it was this year that we started this whole new kind of
Outlook,
formula.
Formula,
There you
yeah.
go. We'll go with formula. Whether you please also, we're acceptable to some criticism. But if you fucking, tell me to go fuck myself, I'm gonna go tell you to go fuck yourself. That's not a criticism right there. But what would you like to see? We would like more. What I really love about this doing it live is the involvement with the people in the chat. So we want more involvement with you. Please comment on our freaking YouTube or comment. Add us on Twitter. I'm not gonna call it X. Add us on Twitter. Talk to me on Twitter. My name's down there. It's we want your involvement. What do you think? Tell us about. Oh, before we leave, on one episode we talked about how they're gonna explain Nightcrawler's birth. Did you see?
Yeah,
It was short.
comics.
It was shortly right after that they said how it was gonna happen, or how it happened. I don't know if it happened already.
No,
but
I still haven't read
No?
about that yet.
they explained it. Mystique is the mother and father.
So she's intersexed.
No, she turned to a man, had sex with a woman, and they gave birth to Nightcrawler. That's how it happened.
I thought it was what did she turn into two people and fucked herself?
No, but apparently when she turns to a man, she has semen as well. Everything's there.
What if Mystique just skeeted on you for fun?
Damn.
Like Spider-Man.
All right, we went to a whole nother department there. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here before this gets too crazy. I mean, if Mystique is Jennifer Lawrence on top.
Oh my god.
We'll try not to be so crazy in 2024, guys.
Nah, we're going full ham.
Yeah, you're fucked. You're fucked. 2024, they're gonna cancel us for sure.
2024 is all about Machine Room Podcast.
We're gonna bring back cancel culture.